Hi everyone, I just wanted to share my experience undergoing an upper endoscopy exam, my first time under anesthesia, and the Bravo capsule monitoring process. When it was time for the procedure, they took me to the prep room where one of the staff members gave me a bag to place my clothes in and step behind a curtain. So while I was undressing and putting my clothes in the bag, he was asking me some of the medical questions that he needed to know, and it also helped keep my mind occupied because it was my first time and I was very scared. He said it's not uncommon to get all kinds of questions and that I could ask anything that I wanted. Once I had on my hospital gown, he came back into the room and we finished the questions. He also took my blood pressure and inserted an IV into the back of my hand, which they were going to use to administer the anesthesia later. Once that was all set up, then he had my family come to the back and he asked me a few more questions while they were there in the room to keep me calm. At the end of the prep, the doctor came in and he kind of reviewed my notes and reviewed my symptoms with me and explained the procedure. Then I guess he was a technician, came in and talked to me about the Bravo capsule and the monitor that I have to carry on me and that I was going to have to record everything. He showed me how to, work it, what buttons to press and things like that, and how long I was going to have to leave it on and everything that I had to do. Once the prep was over, the staff took me to the procedure room. I was still awake. Once I was there, they put on all the heart monitors and they told me to lay on my left side and they put a pillow behind my back to keep me propped up. And then they put a small mouthpiece into my mouth and kind of strapped it around my head because they said once I'm under anesthesia that my mouth isn't going to open, so they had to do it while I was still awake. Well, and me being able to sleep whenever, wherever, I thought, well, maybe I could fall asleep before they administer the anesthesia. So I kind of laid over and closed my eyes because I didn't want to see myself fall asleep or feel dizzy. The anesthesiologist was there and he was very friendly, introduced himself, and everyone else in the hospital room that was there that touched me introduced themselves and was very positive. Once it was time to administer the anesthesia, the anesthesiologist told me that I was going to feel possibly a burning sensation coming through my hand. But I just felt something cold for not even 2 seconds, and that was all I remember. Next thing I know, I woke up in another prep room where my mom was there, and I was told I was only out for 10 minutes. So the whole endoscopy and putting in the Bravo capsule only took about 10 minutes. And then I woke up, my mom was there, I told her something. Apparently I fell back asleep, woke up again, told her the same thing again. And then I kind of thought back and I said, did I already tell you that? And she said, yeah, you already told me that. Now I have the Bravo capsule in my esophagus and they gave me this monitor to put around my neck. And if it ever gets disconnected from the signal in your esophagus, the sensor there, then it'll start beeping. So you just press any button and it'll just turn on and it tells you the time and the pH. And if you have any of these symptoms, this is heartburn, then I press that. This is regurgitation. This is chest pain, and you press that. Whenever you're eating, you press this button, and when you're done eating, you press it again, and you'll record the times. And then whenever you are sleeping, you press this button, and whenever you stop or reclining more than 45 degrees, then you press the button. When you're done, you press the button when you're upright again. Every time I eat or sleep, I have to record that manually on paper, the time, duration, and what I was doing. So after 48 hours, this is just going to turn off and then I'll be able to return it. As for the feeling of the capsule, some of the people whose videos I researched online said they felt pain or they felt vibrations. None of that happened to me. I felt a little pinching the first day. It was very subtle. I could still eat, I could still drink. It was all fine. Within 30 minutes of the procedure, I felt normal again. The only thing was that my throat and my mouth were pretty dry the whole first day. After that first meal, I didn't really feel anything. Occasionally, I'll feel a little bit of pressure when I drink water, but I haven't had any issues feeling the capsule when I eat. I really hope this video helps people who are nervous about the procedure or are curious as to what it's going to be like. Because before I did it, I tried to look up videos and there weren't very many. And this was my first time, so I hope this is able to help people understand what's going to happen. Bye!